FCS Fans Nation, if you love the FCS community as much as we do, then it's time to be part of the elite community for die-hard FCS fans. Welcome to FCS Gold. I'm sure you're listening to our podcast on YouTube. FCS Gold gives you access to our podcast ad-free from YouTube ads and free from the ad you're listening to right now. FCS Gold membership also gives you access to our Pick'em and Playoff Bracket challenges, which give you a chance to win $50 Visa gift cards. You also get guaranteed questions on the podcast, elite game threads, and a private Facebook page just for you, the admins, and other Elite Gold members. You need to be a member to gain all these great perks, and it's only 99 cents a month. You can join me, Kyler, Jamie, and other Elite fans now by using the link in the comment section of YouTube or finding the link on our Facebook and Twitter pages. It's your guys' passion and support that makes this whole thing possible. Come join FCS Gold today. Boom.
Do it every year. It's like, oh, this team got beat here, so they didn't deserve XYZ.
We deserve to be ranked higher, and we want some respect.
I would love to antagonize people and egg some people on and see what kind of chaos we can have in the stands.
Yeah, that beer's imaginary because 17.6 seconds ago, I messaged Rev and the podcasters and said, podcast? And Rev's like, yeah, I'll do a podcast. I was like, all right, well, I got 30 minutes before I go meet up with some friends. So let's just talk FCS playoff scenarios. We only have the Tarleton game left. So let's just break it down. Rev, how are you, man? SFA living life right now.
I'm good. We that's the fun part about playing a game on Thursdays. You get to watch and see the madness unfold knowing that you're in the playoffs.
Okay, let's get right to it. Let's not bore anybody. We're already to 50 live viewers. That's great. Let's pull up from the mock special the resumes. Now, these won't be right. I'm going to have to say this every 2 minutes because people are going to start joining. They're going to get upset. What you're going to see on the resumes is not correct because it was our predictive stuff, but we'll adjust, okay? We're literally doing this last second out of nowhere, okay?
Yeah.
So let's do this whole thing. Let's break it down. Obviously, teams that are in is Montana State.
Yep.
Montana's there.
Mm-hmm.
UC Davis got to 8-4, right?
They're in.
So Sacramento State's 8-5. Northern Arizona, they're goners. They're probably
gone. I think they're gone.
Let's call them. They're gone. Tennessee Tech is in.
Mm-hmm.
Gardner Webb, they get a victory today. They're gone too.
They're gone. Let me double check. They were down big earlier.
Pretty sure they're gone.
I don't think they had a chance of getting in anyway. No, they lost 29-24 to Western Illinois. They're done.
Yep, they're out. Monmouth today, we're going to put them at 9-3, but they're going to be major question marks.
They'll be in, I think.
Just a reminder for everybody, this is completely off the cusp, and we're using slides from our mock special. It's not up to date, okay? William and Mary, 7-5. They're gone.
They're gone.
They're not going to make it. New Hampshire football, they get a victory today? Or they even play today?
They played. They were up. I think they won. They played.
They did. They finished 8-4.
Yeah, they finished 8-4.
They got a chance.
Yeah.
Ivy League, man, Harvard, and you know what? We got to put Yale in here now.
Put Yale in here. Yale
Let's
got
throw
the
Yale in. Go Yale. Good job. Yale's in it. You can spell league right. All right. Delaware State, Alabama State, they're out. North Dakota State is obviously out. They're gone. Just kidding. South Dakota, Illinois State. We'll keep North Dakota in here at 7-5, just as for argument's sake. But, dude, South Dakota State right now, are they about to be an 11 or 16 seed? They absolutely are, aren't they?
I think they first of all, if you lose Indiana State, you really don't deserve to be a seed. But if you look at their wins, I think they have 4 ranked wins now, 3 or 4. So they're gonna get a seed. Now the question is does the committee value when those wins were versus what the back half of the year has been? Now, this was the game for them to turn around and say, hey, we're going to do this. We're a playoff team. I think they're probably a 15, but I mean, they could be an 11 seed. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we got to keep Austin Peay in here because we don't know what's going to finish off with Tarleton.
Yeah, they're tied right now, 28-28.
Dartmouth, West Carolina, East Tennessee State. Probably Southern Utah's gone. Probably.
Yep. Oh, no. Austin Peay's up 35-28.
Okay. So here you go. 28 teams. If you're watching live right now, where we sit with the FCS at this point is we're looking at 28 teams from our perspective. A reminder, we are using mock playoff special slides. We have not updated this. I messaged Rev 30 seconds ago and said, let's just do a podcast. So welcome to the live show that nobody expected. Okay, so if Montana State is in, Montana's in, Davis. Let's say this was the result, and let's say that Tarleton, let's just go off of current score.
Yeah.
We'll say that they lose.
Yeah.
We'll say they're 10-2, okay? Abilene Christian 8-4. And we'll put Austin P then.
Yeah, Abilene Christian's a weird one too, because
Lamar.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull the Abilene Christian. Oh yeah, Abilene Christian's fine. They it's 42-21 right now over Central Arkansas. So it was close earlier.
Lamar's gone at 8-4. You'd like to think.
That interests me some because Lamar lost to McNeese, right?
They beat South Dakota though.
They beat South Dakota and they beat Southeastern Louisiana. And Southeastern Louisiana is sitting at 9-3. They got their win Thursday in the River Bell Classic. There's no way both those teams get in though. And so there's honestly now a non-zero chance that the Southland is a one-bid league at the moment because Lamar losing McNeese hurts. Like Lamar probably has the better resume right now than SLU. I think Lamar may have bumped SLU out of the playoffs, even though SLU has 9 wins.
You think so? Okay.
No, there's no marquee win. SLU's only beat one team who's over 500.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, Drake's an auto bid just for anybody who doesn't know. Central Connecticut, they won today as well.
Yeah, they won today. They won their auto. They're the auto qualifier
against Mercyhurst, which was a close game.
Yep.
Mercer, obviously.
Oh Lord!
Here we go. We get this, getting this and there.
Oh, look at this guy.
And even Taco King's coming.
They're doing it live right now.
There's 113 people here, so behavior there, Taco King, as he's also live with us. Okay, let's ask a few questions then. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
If the auto bids are here, how high of a seed does SDSU get when you look at the rest of them? Think of the teams they're going to compete against for seeds that you would consider their resume better than. It's better than UC Davis if they're both 8-4. It's better than Sacramento State, who is probably gone at 7-5. It's better than New Hampshire's. It's better than what Monmouth has become now. It's better than It's way better than Harvard. It's better than Lamar. It's better than Southeast Louisiana. It's better than Austin P. Like I'm thinking like 10 or 11 seed for South Dakota State. I don't agree with Jordan here with the 15-16. Just think about the resumes I listed off and who's left.
All right, so let's look at UC Davis's stuff. First of all, the game against Mercer didn't count. Right.
I like what Jordan says here. He says 4 ranked wins. Yeah. And now if you were willing to put UND, which we were on the mock special, we were willing to put them in I think we put them in the 13. Actually, we'll show it right here. Where did we put UND? We had UND at like that 12 or 13 range. South Dakota State just easily takes that, and they have a better resume. The narrative is flipped, people. If you're an FCS fan and South Dakota State is this dead in the water thing, I don't know how far they're going to go in the playoffs, but you can't look at their resume now and not say it's 10-13 range.
So first of all, Davis is only 8-3. They're not 8-4. Remember that the game against Mercer didn't count.
There you go.
No, they only have 11 games, and so their bad loss is to Idaho State, and then they also lost to one of the Montana State, right?
Yep.
But then if you look at their out of conference wins, not that much better. Like they beat Utah Tech. I mean, they beat Sac. Like it's not like the best resume. So no, I don't think. Here's the thing. The committee was valuing them though quite a bit, at least in previous stuff. I don't think Davis is going to be a top 8 seed anymore. I did say that earlier. I don't think they're going to be. I don't think South Dakota State will be either. I could see them in getting a home game over Thanksgiving. Yeah. But 100%. Yeah.
Well, now you have this. Let's just do this. South Dakota State. You got South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
You easily have, despite them looking awful today, Illinois State is in. Youngstown State is in.
Yep.
Okay. If I have any of the auto bids wrong, let me know. But if Abilene
Abilene Christian will get the now. I mean, it's the United, but they're calling it the ASUN WAC because it's not officially. So they'll get the ASUN WAC auto qualifier.
So Tarleton for sure.
Tarleton's auto bid.
Let's just, no matter how that goes, let's just keep it like that, so we can at least see who's going to be bubbled here. And Harvard at 10 or at 9-1 now. Are they still a shoo-in? They're a playoff team. Yeah, I think so. Harvard's still in there at 9-1. Villanova,
they're in
at 9-2. They're definitely in.
Yeah, they're in. Yep.
So Villanova there, and that gives you 6 more slots. Southeastern Louisiana, they in?
I don't know. Like 9-3. 9-3, but let's look at the resume again. Who they beat? UTRGV.
True. Well, here, look at this. Let's start taking these guys out then.
I don't know. I have a feeling good. Here's the thing though, right? Because now that Yale's in, Harvard's going to take a spot, right? I honestly think Lafayette probably should deserve to be in with the way they play, but they're not going to. Lafayette's not going to get in. So SLU might be safe. I don't know. That's the one. I feel like if their SLU gets in, they're the last team in. Like, I think they are 24 out of 24.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, well, check this out. Here you go. Look at this. Check this out, FCS Fans Nation. If Abilene Christian is your auto bid, and if you put Tarleton in there, there you go. Check this out. Who are you going to go with? Playoff teams, you would have 3, 4, 5, 6 slots that remain. Your options would be UC Davis, Sac State. Nah.
Sac State's not one. Lamar, if SLU is in, Lamar's in. So
your options are Davis, Monmouth, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Lamar, Southeast Louisiana, Austin Peay. That gives you 7 options for 6 spots.
Yeah. I think Austin Peay is the one that gets left out of that group.
Who's the obvious one that's in this situation? New Hampshire?
I would say I think out of those, Davis, Monmouth, New Hampshire are all in. I think if SLU is in, Lamar is in.
UC Davis in, New Hampshire in. All right, you got 4 slots and you got 5 teams. In this hypothetical, Austin Peay has...
I want to point out this comment. Zach McKinnell says they're 9-1 in the FCS, so leaving them out is actually insane. But Zach, is it though? Because
I'm with Zach.
But let's look at years that let's look at years where weird, insane stuff has happened. Like Lehigh's been left out as a 9-win team. They might have been a 10-win team. They were left out. McNeese was left out. Granted, one of their wins that year they were left out was against Florida Tech, and they had 2 losses. Like, it's not unheard of. But if you look at their resume, like, are they? Yes, they're 9-1 against the FCS. They lost to Lamar, who's now lost to McNeese. And again, their best win is UTRGV. If you look at that, I'm quoting you verbatim, dude. Like, you did say look at the records, but also you've got to look at the at the resume.
But so, Rev, I think your narrative is. I think you got to change your narrative though, man, because circumstances have changed.
I agree. I think they're, like I said, I think they're 24-24. I think they're in, and with that, I think Lamar's in. But I wouldn't be shocked if the committee left him off.
So if Southeast Louisiana does make it,
then Lamar's in.
I'd be shocked if they leave him off at this time because we eliminated the obvious gons to get to this point. Yeah. And the auto bids are in, and then we put the obvious gonna be ins to get to this assumption right here. I don't think any fans would look at what we have right here and go, no way. We don't control the fact. We don't control that Yale beat Harvard, but Harvard's going to get in at 9-1. And so if Southeast Louisiana is their team here, with 3 spots remaining, you would have Monmouth at 9-3, North Dakota at 7-5, Lamar at 8-4, and Austin Peay at 8-4. In this hypothetical, Austin Peay has beaten Tarleton. They've beaten Tarleton in this hypothetical.
If they beat Tarleton, Austin Peay's in. And so out of those groups, it's going to be probably Monmouth, Lamar, Austin Peay. We
still like Monmouth.
I still think Monmouth still gets in.
Even after what happened today. Because that is a ugly loss to 2-10 Albany. Real bad.
Is it uglier than losing to Indiana State, though?
But 81st strength of schedule, they only beat New Hampshire.
I know, but
Albany, is that still worse than North Dakota? North Dakota now loses their ranked win.
I know, but are you going to put a 75? I mean, that's where it comes down to that question. Do any 75 teams get in? We talked about this on the pod a couple weeks, even before, is 7 wins good enough to be a playoff team on a 12 game schedule?
True. Yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah. So that's the weirdest thing about this, right? Is if we follow what tracks with the committee, it's very rare. It's like getting a 6-win team in during 11 game season, right? Like, it's just so rare that it happens. Now, I think North Dakota could argue for it, right? They do have the win against South Dakota, right? They have a close loss to Montana. But also too, that loss today it hurts. And they played really well against NDSU. So would I be shocked if they got in? No. But would there be some 8-win teams that are kind of going, what the hell? Probably.
Okay, let's since we're on a time restriction here. By the way, FCS community, you guys, 160 live viewers. We didn't post this anywhere. We just started this whole thing. UND's rank wins there's virtually nothing there now with South Dakota State. So Southern Illinois at the time, I guess. I don't know if they were ranked at that time, though. All right, let's just say this is hypothetically the field. The seeds are what people are really going to debate about. And you would have NDSU at number 1. Congrats to the Bobcats. You're easily number 2. Now, here's the question. If Tarleton wins tonight, is Montana still the 3? I would say yes, especially based on their performance today.
Yeah, I think so.
I find it hard that Montana would drop low, even if Tarleton pulls off the win, because now Tarleton's in another close game. So this is really dependent on Tarleton, this 4 seed. 100%. We don't know that information.
Zach, I want to bring this up real quick because Zach did put this comment up, right? So if you look at Southeastern Louisiana's schedule last year, Zach, do you remember who their best out-of-conference win was? Because I do. It's Eastern Washington. They lost, they went 7-5, but they lost to South Dakota State. They lost to Tarleton. They had 2 FBS losses because they played Tulane and Southern Miss, right? And then they ended up losing to University Incarnate Word, who won the conference. So again, it comes down to that same thing. Who did they beat? Who in their resume made them playoff worthy? Because that was the same question last year. Yes, they scheduled up, but when you play the schedule, you've got to get the wins. You've got to have the good wins, and they didn't have that. Now, I thought they should have been. I think you could have taken Northern Arizona out and put them in. It would have been fine. But it's the same. They put themselves in the same boat this time, unintentionally.
Bill Dent's comment here. SDSU looked really bad for the past 4 weeks and scraped by today. Yeah, they're going to be they will be a combination of having to win over the number 2 seed, starting 7-0, looking really good, completely falling off the rails, but now a victory over UND to only have the 4 losses, but 8 wins. One of them over North Dakota, one of them over Sacramento State, ranked at the time, who's also going to be a bubble team, and defeating Montana State. So I love this from Joshua too. How dumb has it gotten?
It's gotten dumb.
It's gotten dumb.
You know what I would love? They won't do it because they're cowards, but I would love to see SDSU as a 16, so they have to potentially go to Fargo round 2 just for the fun of that, game. But they won't do that. I think I said 15 in our group message, right, for the bet with Brian, but I could see them. Anywhere. I don't think they'll get 9 or 10, but anywhere between 11 and 16 is where they'll land.
Rev, who's the 4 seed if Tarleton loses?
If Tarleton loses,
yeah,
probably
is it Lehigh.
Probably Lehigh.
Is it Lehigh?
Probably Lehigh. I would assume Lehigh
if Tarleton loses. So there you go. Tarleton if they win, Lehigh if they lose. Okay, so hypothetically, let's say Tarleton's 1, Lehigh is the 5, right?
Yeah, I think that's what happens there. Although I don't know, I could see where Lehigh still gets a 4 seed over Tarleton.
Oh, I just can't because of the strength of schedule and the FBS win. Because Tarleton's strength of schedule is in the top 40.
Yeah, but at the
Lehigh
same time,
is in the bottom 80.
I think if you see Lehigh if Tarleton wins and you see Lehigh as a 4, then you know Southeastern Louisiana's gotten in. Because that means the committee's valuing records over actual resume.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. Tarleton's currently losing. So let's just go off of that narrative. Let's just do that right now. And for all of you watching, we just decided to do this at last second. There was nothing planned here. So if it's wrong, we apologize for nothing. Rev, let's say Tarleton loses. You would give this to Lehigh. Then who are you going for a 5 seed in that situation?
Oh Lord.
Tarleton's at 2 losses. Illinois State was 9-3. They're now 8, or we thought they could be 9-3. They're now 8-4. You now have Tennessee Tech.
They're probably going to move. I would think then by that point, Tennessee Tech would probably get bumped up.
You think that they get all the way to the 5 at that point?
I don't think they should be, but I bet they get rewarded. I mean,
11-1 win over UT Martin today. That was incredibly close. Who else would you consider? There's the Mercers of the world. You're not going to take any 4-loss Valley team here. Do you have to discuss a 2-loss Rhode Island? Do you have to discuss?
That's the thing right now, because I think Rhode Island would get in with some of the events or would get a top 8 seed with some of the events that happened today. Honestly, I think they would look at them and put them in there. I know there have been folks saying SFA should be a top 8 seed. I don't think SFA is a top 8 seed.
No,
I don't think so. And again, it comes down to the resume. Their best one's Lamar. I know they've won 10 in a row, which is awesome. And as a fan, it's awesome. But if I take my fan bias out of it, that resume is not top 8. And also, too, selfishly as a fan, I don't want to go to Fargo. I'm just not gonna lie to you. I don't want to go to Fargo. So I think Rhode Island is gonna look at it. I almost wonder too if they're gonna. I mean, they'll look at Mercer. I almost wonder if they're gonna look at Villanova at this point too.
Yeah, we're not sold on these picks, but these are the teams you guys should be looking for tomorrow. Like Rhode Island and Mercer are going to be in that 5 to 8 range.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tarleton probably still if they lose.
Yeah, I think Tarleton's still top 8 even if they lose.
So take what you guys are seeing on the screen as like this is probably in some order roughly the range of where you're going to see these teams. You're going to see these teams in some sort of range. This is if Tarleton State loses tonight. That game is underway. 12 minutes left. Tarleton trails by 7 in the fourth quarter. You're going to see these 4 in this range. You're going to see these 4 in this range. And then it kind of starts now. It gets a little bit more wide open for, I would say, Villanova, right? Valley teams start to come into the play.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? South Dakota State, are they the highest ranked because of what happened to Illinois State? Are they the highest ranked Valley? Can they go up to 10 here?
I think they go up to 10. I think 10 or 11.
Especially with Tarleton's loss. Well, this would be like Stephen F. Austin or South Dakota State. And I think Stephen F. Austin with the conference title and stuff gets that nod.
Yeah.
Because you look at this list, who else, and FCS fans shouted out, who else would you put at number 10 here over Stephen F. Austin?
I think SFA is going to sit in at 10 or 11. If I'm being 100% honest, I could see that's where I think they'll land. And to this guy's point, I think SFA actually would have a fun game in Bozeman versus Montana State versus going to Fargo and playing the Bison. So, although that's no disrespect to Montana State because they're such a damn good team. So
they are. Yep. So Harvard's 9-1. Is Harvard in this range? Are they in seed?
Kyler would say yes, but I don't know. If he is, I think they still get a home game. I don't think they're going to go on the road.
Okay, let's get Harvard in there. Does Illinois State come into range here now?
I think Youngstown State actually comes into range too.
Youngstown?
I think Youngstown does. And then probably still UC Davis.
Are we missing any obvious ones here live on this last second pod we pulled out of our butts if these were the teams? No, I literally think
Abilene Christian may sneak in a seed by getting the conference, by getting that win. I think they will, because I think if Lamar gets in, they'll host Lamar.
Okay. So like this is a range, guys. We did not put these in order. We're like, we think these teams, if Tarleton loses tonight, this is where we see the ranges for the seeds. That's really what you should be focusing on if you're watching this live. All 210 of you last second, is that's roughly where things are going to look.
And let's be honest, 11 through 16 is an absolute crapshoot at this point, right? Like it really and truly is, because you really don't know what the committee is going to be valuing whenever they're going through this stuff. So that's what's going to make this tomorrow even better to really see. Because I think you can easily identify 1 through 4. I think for the most part, you identify 5 through 8, but anything under 8 is going to be nuts.
Right.
Yep.
Just kind of making some points here, like what you're looking at, of what defines the difference. Stephen F. Austin, you guys 9-3, correct?
We are 9. Let's see. No, we are 10-2.
Yeah. Okay. So like that's your drop off, right? You can give me strength of schedule, blah, 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 all that. I understand it. But when you look at this right here, Mercer with a loss to Auburn, they still 1 loss to FCS. And conference champs, Rhode Island, obviously, conf champs, CAA, 10 wins. So, like, there you go. If you guys were to look at this and you want some education, this is why over your 4-loss, strong strength of schedule Valley teams, all 4 losses, Youngstown, Illinois State, South Dakota State, why we don't see them jumping. These other wins are above. Stephen F. Austin, 10 wins. Villanova, 9. Tarleton, 10. Tennessee Tech, 11-1, 11 against the FCS. Mercer, 1 loss to an FCS team and the conference champs. Rhode Island, conference champs CAA with 10 wins. Harvard, are we discounting them too much? But not having those extra wins, 9 wins only.
Not playing the full 12-game schedule, I think, hurts them a bit. And I really do think Yale kind of showed that Harvard was good, but not as good. I mean, not as good as advertised. I know Kyler's been big on them, and I still think they are a playoff team, but I don't think they're anything higher than what they are. I think if they get a seed, they're going to be down towards the bottom.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this hypothetical, Rev, if this was even roughly the field, let's just say it. What is the threat to those top 2 teams? It's the Grizz coming back to the Bobcats? Is that it?
I think it's probably I don't see a threat at this point, right? Like, and I'm being honest, like the teams that I thought could probably be tougher opponents against them are starting to show some weakness as the season's worn on, right? Tarleton especially, and I can't see. I think Montana would be the one, especially like Lehigh's staying at a 4 seed. Lehigh's going to go to Fargo and get wiped if they make it that far. So
that's if they make it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think and I'll tell you this now, I'll call it. I don't think Lehigh makes it past their first games that they get.
It's going to be interesting because I think they can compete with CAA and stuff like that, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We don't want to give away too much, but we will say this to all you guys who jumped on with us, 232 of you out of the blue on a Saturday night. Tomorrow morning, this will be 11:45 Eastern, 10:45 Central. The Rev, Jamie, myself, and Kyler on the live show for the selection show. You can stream it and watch it with us. That's right. It's going to be on the same screen you see us. We will be telling you what the selections are, and you'll be able to watch it live, and we will react with your comments and give our total feedback on the bracket tomorrow morning. So make sure you grab a mimosa, an early Bud Light, Clamato, whatever you prefer in the AM, I guess, and be ready to rock and roll with us. As it sits right now, I wish we could give more of a firm pick, but we don't know if Tarleton's going to lose or win.
So hopefully it's looking like right now.
You can see on the right side where we roughly see seeds, who we see for playoff teams at this point, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep, Tarleton's still down 7 in the fourth quarter. So
down 7. So here's what people should do: they should go turn on your ESPN Plus, see what happens with Tarleton, and then adjust this mini crazy episode accordingly. 200 of you. It's going to cost 99 cents. You'll see it on the link on all our podcast episodes. 99 cents to get into the Playoff Bracket Challenge. Be looking on Facebook and Twitter pages. We're going to blast that all week up through Thanksgiving for your chance to play the Bracket Challenge and win a $50 gift card. So,
and if the winner, if any of the finalists are in Nashville and you find me at a bar, I might buy you a beer for being a finalist. Just remind me that you are. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, this was a quick hitter. Nothing too crazy. Last thing, I don't think you do have any alcohol in there, but Josh wants to know, Rev, what are you drinking right now?
This is just straight water, just because I'm rehydrating after my afternoon. So
vodka water, hold the vodka.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's a potato flavored water. No, it's just straight water right now. So
beautiful,
yep.
Beautiful. I'm going out for a Saturday night with some buddies. I hope the rest of you guys have a safe, cautious Saturday evening. And then tomorrow, 10:45 Central, 11:45 Eastern, right here on YouTube, FCS Fans Nation. You can live stream the selection show with us. Love you all. Appreciate the support. Rev, have a great night. Some chaos leading us into tomorrow. Tomorrow we go down to 24 teams. It's going to be a booming good time. We'll catch you guys then. Boom.